right? That little microphone thing, let's stick the little, oh yeah, right. Thing in here. Love your life. Okay, there we go. We got this down. It's all you, TK.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Palmer Imaging Arena. Had to look that one up. It's a mouthful. Here in east of downtown Pittsburgh, we are about an hour and 10 minutes from the rink at our hotel. By the way, about 10 other teams from the Mid-Atlantic and the Colorado area staying at the hotel. That includes the Boulder Rough Riders and some of the Rampage teams as well. So after that adventurous drive through the hill country of western Pennsylvania on a dismally cloudy 1,000-foot ceiling day, about 45 degrees outside and a little drizzle.
A little fog here and there.
Yep, pretty ugly, but heard it's not much better back in Colorado. So here we are, kind of an old school barn here. Got Rampage, your Colorado Rampage, taking on the New Jersey Hitmen. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen their merch, I advise strongly going on and looking at their website. Their merch is phenomenal and fits the state of New Jersey very respectfully. Take a look. There's your tees. You'll know what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to play 3 16-minute periods. Your Colorado Rampage in their dark blue jerseys, all except for backup goaltender today, Austin Kennedy, who for the first time in his goaltending career left his sweaters back in the hotel room and didn't realize it until we were an hour and 10 minutes away from the hotel. So he will be wearing a practice jersey today. And if you could have seen the look on his face, I should say it was about as white as the ice is out here. All right, about to get underway. Helen in to take the face-off. Marsh on left wing. Cody Green on the right wing. Face-off won by Rampage. Here comes Helen. Helen whiffs on the shot. Brought it into the top of the circles. Tried to snap one off and missed on it. Now he throws it back out into the middle. Marsh has it. Marsh along the boards. Now Marsh turns it back over to the Hitmen. They try to clear. They can't. Held in by York. Chipped off. Now cleared out by the Hitmen, but this is going to be icing. And we'll take it back down the ice. So Jed gets the start today for Rampage. It'll be the only Rampage game today. So we'll have the long trip back to the hotel after this. We should get there shortly after dark.
Yeah.
It's already getting dark and it's about 3 o'clock. Face off inside the Hitmen zone. Top of the circle now. Fight for it. Hitmen are going to skate it out. They do. Good defensive play in the neutral zone from Marsh. Now Helen who was flying and overskates the puck. Having a hard time keeping that on his stick. Nowhere to go but up. Now a turnover. No icing. It'll go into the corner to Jed's left. Out in front. Shot! Saved by Jed. Loose puck. Great chance for the Hitmen. Now here comes Rampage. 3-on-1 the other way. Green tries to pass it toward the net. It goes behind. Now thrown back out in front to the right of their goaltender. Held in there by Twos. At the net, tried to tip, but not enough on it for Twos. And now the Hitmen will clear the zone again. Rampage needs a change. Green comes off. Twos brings it up the ice. Shot! Hits the goaltender right in the chest. And I think we can put that one down as the first official shot of the game for Rampage. So one shot each on each end. The chance by the Hitmen was a much better chance because it was right in front of the crease. Face off, goes back behind the Hitmen goaltender. Now Schroeds comes in. Schroeds takes his man down. No call there. Looked like the guy fell more than got tripped. But you never know. Now McCarter. McCarter tries to hold it in the zone. He can't. Comes back out into the neutral. Good skating here from McCarter. McCarter makes the man miss. Now he tries to throw it forward for Schroeds, and it'll go deep down into the Hitmen zone. Schroeds comes off. Sanborn comes on, as does Casa. Casa in, puts some pressure in the corner along with McCarter. Now loose puck up through the neutral zone. Defensive play by Kopecky. Kopecky goes down. Here's a point-blank shot and a goal. Kopecky got caught flat-footed and couldn't catch up. It was either going to be a hooking penalty or he was going to have to let his man go, and he did. So 1-0 right away, Hitmen on a busted defensive play. Goal comes at 13:49 remaining in the first period. After a hot start for Rampage, really looking like they're skating fast. A quick turnaround. Now the Hitmen come the other way. Inside the circle, out in front, good defensive play. Loose puck paddled aside by Jed. Now behind Jed it goes. Chased down by the Hitmen in the corner. Now back the other way. Behind Jed, now back the other way. Little patty cake behind the net. Now tipped out. It's a foot race between York and one of the Hitmen, and he does a nice job of rubbing York off the puck. Across the Hitmen zone. Kept in at the line by Sanborn. Now back into the neutral zone. It goes under Casa's stick. Now the Hitmen the other way. Here's another chance for the Hitmen. They come through. Jed dives out and pokes the puck away into the corner. Great play by Jed. Or that was going to be a snapshot chance for the Hitmen. Sauce pass across the middle from Spencer. Doesn't make its intended target. And now we've got a loose puck in front of the Rampage crease. Puck behind the net. Fed back up inside the circle. Hitmen hold it. Shot. Went off of Jed's face mask. Now we got a loose net. That net looks really loose. He barely touched it. And it came right off the moorings. This is where, if you're the goaltender, you tell the referee, hey ref, the pegs on this are really old and this net might move easily, so just be aware. That way, if you kick it off intentionally, see, it's not my fault. Face off won by the Hitmen. Puck behind Jed. Track down there. That's Jorg. Jorg fights for it. Hitmen across. Now back into the neutral zone. They need to regroup. Cody Green puts the pressure on, but here come the Hitmen again. They're through the circle. Shot! Goal. That went 5-hole, I think, underneath Jed's pads. That's one he's going to want back.
Your thud against that bottom.
You could see it. Yep. Missed the padding completely and came right back out of the goal. And there was really no reason for that guy to be that open, but also it looked like a good opportunity to get squared up and make the save. So back into the neutral zone, the face-off zone we go. Helen can't win it. Hitmen have it. 2-0 now. Goal came at 12:14 left, first period. Now here come the Hitmen again out in front. Nifty pass through the crease, and we're lucky it's not 3-0. They pulled Jed to his right, fed it back to his left, and they tried to go top shelf. Didn't have to be that good. Could have just tucked it in, but it went over the crossbar. Face-off stays in the Rampage zone to Jed's left. Schroed's in to take the face-off. Schroed draws it back, but shot! Loose puck out in front. Jed had to scramble on that one. Now a puck's going to go down the ice. No icing here. Chase down. Hitmen get there first. Oh, what a hit from McCarter. Takes his man down behind the Hitmen net. Blasted him. Now loose puck in front. Shot. Backhand. Didn't get a lot on it. McCarter threw it towards the net off his backhand. Rampage tries to hold it in. They can't. Here we go into the neutral zone. It's a one-on-one. Nice back check from Kopecky. Kopecky takes the puck away. Now Kopecky does battle in the neutral zone. Hitmen come through. It's loose again. Jed's going to dive for it. Wanted to cover it. Couldn't do it. Another Hitman goes down hard. Right now the only hit going on is from Rampage. Loose puck in front. McCarter was there. Good defensive play by the Hitmen. Here they come, breaking it out the other way. Goes under a couple of sticks. The ref's going to wave the icing. That's the right call. Battle along the boards. I believe that's Sanborn and Schroeder, and it is. Back behind the Rampage net now to Jed's left. Out in front, shot! Misses the net. Jed was ready for it, but he was going for that top corner and just missed it. Now Sanborn along the corner, fights for it. Two's down there helping out. Now Green puts some pressure on. Loose puck out in front, shot. Couldn't tell if that went off the defender and wide, but Jed had his pad out there. Another good scoring opportunity for the Hitmen. Rampage trying to get it out. They can't. Now they do. Now it's picked up. Soper has it. Soper tries to drive through two guys, and he gets pickpocketed at the top of the circle. Hitmen are going to throw this for icing all the way down the rink. That was from behind their own net. Just a desperation throw, and they're going to change as well. So here we are, 10:04 left first period, 2-0 in favor of the New Jersey Hitmen. So far, no penalties called, knock on wood. Not a lot of wood around here. Brian's head's close by, so we'll knock on that. Face off, won by Rampage, thrown toward the net by Grimberg. Now a fight for it. And the Hitmen are going to come out with it. Here they come over center ice. Chip deep, no icing. Made the red line. Puck rebounds to Jed's right. Top of the circle. Now Rampage has a chance to break it out here. They can't get there in time. Hitmen back on side. Rampage gets it out again. And we got offsides. Grimberg doing a little self-preservation there. Went up to poke the puck back out of that zone. Saw the hit he was about to take and turned his head just in time.
Live to play another game.
Live to play another game. And another shift. Face-off won by Rampage. Helen wins the face-off. He's got Marsh with him now. And Cody Green. Shot on net. Saved by the Hitmen goaltender. Puck behind the net, held in at the blue line now. Jorg takes a shot. Save by the goaltender for the Hitmen, and they're happy again to throw it down the ice, and it's going to go wide of Jed for another icing. Good pressure from Rampage there, trying to get one on the board. The follow-up shot after Jorg's shot from the blue line was pretty nasty. Had a good chance. Goaltender saw it. Helen will take the face-off. He can't win it this time. It's chipped back up and now out of the zone, and Frazier's got to chase it down. He's got two on him. Two Hitmen chasing him down. Frazier pulls up along the boards, but the Hitmen settle the puck. Skated up along the circle. Now back behind the net. Jorg comes in and tries to take it away. He gets help from Helen. Helen behind him. Now Jorg. Jorg throws it up the middle. It's going to be icing against Rampage. That puck just had a little too much on it. Jorg did the right thing. He was trying to throw it out, it looked like, into the neutral zone and chip it off the boards. Kill some of the momentum, but the ice is still so clean here in the first period that it made it the entire length of the 200-foot rink. Two-man officiating crew here. Face-off, won by Hitmen. Back to the blue line. Shot! Jed doesn't know where it is, and then he crouches and covers it. So, good save there through some traffic. Right off the face-off, quick shot. Face off to Jed's left. This time Rampage will win it. Two's has it for a moment. Now the Hitmen come away with it. Nice move by the Hitmen. Driving in through the crease. Shot saved by Jed. Rifle back around the boards. Soper comes in to try and pick it up. He can't get there. The Hitmen hold it. Back to the other side they go. Now down below the circle. Loose puck shot. Jed chips it aside. Then he falls down. Gets up quickly. Now McCarter has it. McCarter skates it out. Had a chance to maybe throw that up for Soper. And then, wow, Schroeder got clotheslined and went down at the red line. Don't think it was anything nefarious, just like he lost his edges. Now Rampage, shot, save off the right pad. Chipped back in at the blue line by Kopecky. Now Schroeder will battle. Rampage, throw it back up top of the circle, chip back behind the net for Schroeder. Schroeder behind the net, throws it out in front. Now back along the boards, kept in by McCarter. Good fight for it there with Soper, held in at the blue line by Two's. Two's chips it off the boards, back out front. Shot by Schroeder, should have been in. What a save by the goaltender. That's good hockey from Rampage right there. Best chance of the game for the boys in blue. Now back out in front, looking for Soper there. Back to the blue line, shot! Kopecky What a ripper from the blue line. Now the Hitmen are going to get it out. Great extended pressure there. About 2 minutes of zone time. Hitmen go for a full change. Rampage goes for almost a full change. Kopecky will stay on, but now he comes off. Loose puck turnover, shot in the glove. Bobbled for a minute. Casa was coming through, maybe looking to poke that in, but the goaltender never really lost it that far out of the crease. He bobbled it and then covered it up quickly. Another stoppage comes at 6:49 remaining first period here from Pittsburgh. Hitmen will win the faceoff. They chip it out of the zone. Grimberg's there. Grimberg had it. Now he turns it over. Here come the Hitmen. Grimberg's got to be careful here. Does a nice job poking it out in front. Jed will cover it. It popped up in the air and then Jed smothered it. Into the Rampage zone now. We'll go to Jed's left for the faceoff. Casagrande will take it. He won it sideways to York. Then York strangely threw it to the Hitmen. I don't think he meant to do that. It's just the way it went. Now the Hitmen hold it. They send it back behind Jed. Picked up there by one of their forwards. Now out in front. Loose puck in front. Hitmen there. Shot saved by Jed. Cannot have a defensive breakdown like that. Tough one. Jed with a great save. Now the Hitmen throw it through the crease. Nobody home. Rampage desperately trying to get it out. And they can't. Goes back behind Jed. Picked up by Grimberg. Grimberg hits it hard off the boards. That one will get out. No, I guess it didn't. The linesman was there. We couldn't tell because it was we were blocked by the boards, but it did look like it was out. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Backhand puck doesn't make it in front of the net. Rampage getting a taste of their own medicine now with Hitmen holding it in for 2 minutes. And there's a lot of tired skaters out there. Now a chance. Here we go. Loose puck picked up by York. Hitmen caught on a change shot, paddled away. It was on net, but off the right pad of the goaltender. Now Helen inside the circle. Back up to the blue line. Good play. Long shot goes wide. Now, tipped off of the stick of Helen and just didn't get any altitude on it, so it ended up going off of the Hitmen goaltender's right pad. Good look there. If he could have chipped that up in the air, it may have bounced over the goaltender. 5:11 left, first period. Rampage trailing 2-0. Helen wins the faceoff, brings it behind the net, out in front, shot. Threw it forward for Marsh. Marsh let it rip, but it went off the post. Looked like the goaltender had good position on that anyway. And now we've got a whistle. Again, if you're just joining us, just a tick under 5 minutes left first period. No penalties so far called in the game for either team. Hitmen are going to win this faceoff. A 360, trying to get it out into the neutral zone. They do. Now, Jorg's got to be careful here. Jorg throws it across for Frazier. Frazier, nice job. Turns, flips it off the boards. Helen has it. Dumps it in for Green. Green chased it into the zone. Now the Hitmen regroup. Good pressure from Green. Puck into the neutral zone. Rampage regroups. There's a missed pass from Helen. It's going to go down in the corner. Now, Frazier from the blue line. Throws it deep behind the net. Bounces back out. Oh, great back checking there from Green. They had to hold up while they got back on sides. Tag up done. Now Frazier regroups. Frazier pulls it up. He's got help from Jorg if he wants it. Throws it off the boards. Marsh tried to stick lift. Didn't work. Picked up by the Hitmen. Now dumped deep to Jed's right. Chased down by Jorg. Jorg skates it around the net. Oh, good look. Goes through. It's got a chance here, but Green's not going to catch up to it. Nice defensive play by the Hitmen. They had a man back as a safety. Somehow, that puck stayed on sides. There was a little cluster there at the blue line. Looked a lot like the traffic we went through to get here. And we've got our first penalty of the game. It's a high stick, and it's on Jed? Wow, you do not see a high stick on I cannot honestly tell you the last time I saw a high stick called on a goaltender. So what do you do in this situation, you say? Well, someone's got to come off the bench and serve Jed's penalty.
No, it should be Kennedy.
I think it should be.
Can't put the other goalie
No,
in the
you
box?
can't put the other goalie in there. That would be great. Especially a goalie wearing a practice jersey.
Right.
All right, so 2-minute minor for a high sticking. Goes against Jed, and face-off will stay right in front of him. Rampage is going to win the face-off. They're going to skate it out. Kopecky brings it out, one-handed. Now the Hitmen try to regroup. Good pressure from Kopecky. Disrupts the flow. Inside the circle now. Skated behind Jed, out in front. Picked off by Schroeds. Schroeds, good defensive responsibility there. And a loose puck. It's a race with Obo. Obo tried to stick lift him and couldn't get it. Now loose puck into the neutral zone. Here come the Hitmen on sides, top of the circle. Thought about a shot, pulled up. Now a little dance, there's a shot. Jed's got that smothered all day. And 50 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Hitmen. 2:57 remaining, first period, 2-0 New Jersey. We'll keep the face-off inside the Colorado zone. No, they're going to take it up to center ice. Oh, it was a goal. I didn't even see the arm go in. Yeah, okay. Good thing the people closer to the play could see that. I don't think neither of us saw that. All right, so make that 3-0. Penalty still on the board, which adds to the confusion. So it's a power play goal for the New Jersey Hitmen, who now lead at 3-0 with 2:51 remaining. First period, loose puck, face-off shot. Saved by the goaltender. Now back into the neutral zone. It's Sanborn and Grimberg. Puck's going to make it to Sanborn. Sanborn turns, makes a nice pass up to Walnut, and it's offside. For a second there, I didn't think they were going to blow the whistle. That was way offside. We'll keep the face-off outside of the Rampage zone. Casagrande in, taking the face-off. He's got Walnut on his left. York on his right. York brings it in at the blue line. Now back into the neutral zone, and it's offside. Yep, see that one coming. Now Casa throws a fist in front of number 5 for New Jersey, who then mocks him as he skates back by. That was really actually pretty entertaining. I heard the kid go, ah! Loose puck kicked up by the Hitmen, chipped into the neutral zone. Uh-oh, they're faster here. Hitmen outside the circle, leg saved by Jed, and that rims around and out of the zone. They need to regroup, and they're offsides again. It's another one. I'd probably call that one intentional. I doubt they will, but I think he clearly knew that his teammate wasn't going to make it on sides and threw it anyway, which is the definition of intentional onside or offside. So face off in the neutral. Hitmen stay on side. Rampage holds the puck, fired around by Jorg. Loose puck. Green has it. Green inside the zone, tries to chip it off the boards, but there's 2 Hitmen there, and they chip it back into the neutral. Frazier back to Jorg. Jorg to Frazier. Good pressure from the Hitmen. Now they cause a turnover. Jed lunged for it to try and cover it, and he couldn't. Hitmen pressured all the way into the zone to make that happen. Greener will chip it back into the neutral. Now Helen's got a 2-on-1 and a loose puck. Good defensive play there. Took his skating lane away, and the puck just floated harmlessly to the right of the net. Frazier tries to go back to Jorg. Now Jorg's got pressure. I don't know if he knew it. Behind the net he goes. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Puck along the boards. New Jersey make a nice move, top of the circle. Now Frazier digs it out. It's batted up, and it's a hand pass. Yeah. It's okay if Frazier does that because he's in the defensive zone, and hand passes are permitted in the defensive zone. But not if you're an offensive player. You absolutely can. Out of the defensive zone. On net, yes you can. You'll probably get rocked, but you can. Oh, shot! 2 shots in a row. One at the top of the circle, went through a lot of traffic. Not sure how Jed saw it, but he makes the save. The rebound came out, and then a point blank shot and a save. We'll do it all over again, same spot. Schroeds had won the face-off initially. Now it's a race for it. Here comes Obo. Obo. Good forecheck by Obo. He's got Soper with him. Now Schroeds is going to go in. Schroeds gets a stick in there. Great play by Schroeds. Bats it along the boards. Back to Obo. Obo lays an elbow. Oh, what a throw in front. Looking for Soper. Soper went wide of the net. Good looking play there from Rampage. Now a sneaky shot by Obo in the waning seconds of the first period. Obo all over the ice right now. He is playing hard, and he's been sick all week. So this is a good look from him. Twos is going to hold it in, throws it across the boards, and that'll do it for the first period. Here in eastern Pittsburgh, western Pennsylvania. Score at the end of one, 3-0 New Jersey Hitmen. And a good scramble there from our boys toward the end, but other than that one period, one moment sort of in the middle of that first period where they had sustained pressure for about 2 minutes in the Hitmen zone, it's been a lot of Hitmen here. Austin over there having a moment with Jed. Looks like Jed's kind of in his own space right now, which is pretty common. The Hitmen goalie's out there working on his edges.
C-cuts.
C-cuts all the way. Forward C-cuts too. So while we're waiting here, we've got this time between periods. We have to talk about the restaurant we ate at this afternoon. Phenomenal. The Lamplighter.
Lamplighter.
Built in 1955, and let me tell you, the inside of this place is as original as the day it opened.
Really?
Spectacular.
So look that one up.
It's right down the hill. Probably the closest restaurant to the rink.
We did Polish food for lunch.
35 years, most of the wait staff had worked there.
Really?
And they acted like siblings.
Oh, that's funny. That was
like
fun.
jibber-jabbing with each other and calling each other out for BS stories they were telling the boys from Colorado. We'll tell you more about that later. Back to center ice. Goaltenders switch sides. Rampage now shooting to your right. Hitmen chip it off the boards. Unless they can catch it, it's going to be icing, and it will be. They tried to get there, but you could see that puck had a little zing on it. Back into the Hitmen zone will go. Yeah, this place had the pleather booths and the wooden backs, and phenomenal. The fresh roasted turkey sandwich on wheat bread just sopped up in homemade gravy.
Really? Oh,
with a mashed potato layer.
Second lunch, let's go.
There wasn't a bit of green on that plate. All right, Rampage tried to go up here to Sanborn. That puck went off of him, and now it's deep inside the Rampage zone behind Jed. Sanborn's got it, tries to backhand it out. Now we're going to skate it out here. Grimberg throws it ahead, tried to hit Casa. Casa chips it deep, good play there. Casa, good hustle. Casa chases it down into the corner. Oh, he's got to hit that pass harder up the boards, though, to the blue line. Now it's picked off by the Hitmen. Here they come the other way. The ref wasn't looking. He's on the wrong side of the ice to make the call. And there was definitely offsides there. They were trying to get off the ice for a change, and he was inside the zone, but they missed it. That's all right. No harm, no foul. Back to the blue line. Hitmen, think about a shot. They go through traffic. It's blocked there by Casa, who stumbles for a minute. Went off his leg. Hitmen hold it in. Now they throw it inside the circle. Out in front of Jed. Now cleared away. It'll be icing, but that's all right. We needed to get the pressure off. And like opening the valve on a stand-up paddleboard, we took the air out of that mounting pressure being put on by the Hitmen. And Rampage will go for a change here. Face off to the left of Jed. Now picked up by Rampage, and we've got a whistle and a penalty, I believe. I think it's going to be a trip. Marsh is going to go for a minor. I believe it's tripping. I saw a guy fall down. Let's see. Nope, it's going to be interference. So interference on Marsh. He'll sit for 2 minutes. He looks like a kid who's just been stuck in the corner by his parents. There's a big pout. I can see it from here. So down a man we go again. This is the second power play for the Hitmen. They scored on their first one. Rampage still no power plays. 5 on 4, 14-27, time of the penalty, remaining in the first period. Puck pinned against the boards, now controlled by the Hitmen. Back behind the net, set up, shot, glove, save, nice by Jed. Point blank to his left, and he just put a glove on that. Jed's got a signature, kind of a slow motion glove move. Face off one up to the blue line. Hitmen control it. They settle the puck, top of the circle. Now back out to the point. Goes under the player's stick. It will not be icing. Went off an offensive player. Hitmen need to regroup. They were trying to set it up at the point. Good pressure from Helen makes that puck stay behind the net, then eventually bounces off the boards and covered by the Hitmen goaltender. You can hear Cole, Coach Cole, telling him to pressure them, put the full court on them in their zone and disrupt them, and that's what they did. Face off won by the Hitmen. This guy's got some good speed coming up through the neutral zone. Top of the circle, pulls up, drops it back to the blue line. Now back top of the circle. Now across the middle, turned over. Good job by Helen. Helen, sauce pass. Tried to go for Green, but it flopped over his stick. It was a tough pass to catch. Now Green gets hauled down, no call. Green just fighting for it. Great play by Cody. Another pass out in front, loose puck. Collected before it made it to the net. Here comes Rampage the other way, it's Kopecky. Kopecky over neutral ice. Kopecky inside the circle, lets one rip in front. Obo was there, but the puck was fluttering. Now behind the Hitmen net. Obo picks it off, shot! Obo turned and fired. Glove, save, bounced off. Nobody there to pick up the loose change. Now the Hitmen, little stretch pass. Good defensive positioning. I think that was Twos. Loose puck behind the net. It was Twos with a good defensive play. Now to the right of Jed, outside the circle. Yeah, penalty over. Good call, Brian. Back to full strength here with 12:35 left. Shot. Loose puck in front of the crease. Jed batted it away. Now into the corner. Rampage needs to get it out. Schroeds battles for it. Sends it across to McCarter. Sorry, Kopecky. Kopecky had it. Another big guy. Now out in front. Oh, that puck went just outside the post. Not sure Jed was going to have that. He was in good position. And they try to hold it in, and they used some good New Jersey vernacular there when he couldn't. That puck popped right over his stick and into the bench. And I heard a word that sounds an awful lot like fudge.
Or puck.
Or puck. Yes, put the two
said
together.
Puck. He's like puck.
Oh, I think he did. You're right. Of course he did. He's from New Jersey. He said, oh, puck. 12:07 left. Face-off won by the Hitmen. Now into the corner. Below the circle. 4 guys fighting for it. Who's going to come out with it? Chip back out of the zone. Good job there. Now some good physicality from York. Back in behind Jed now. Rims around the boards. Back the other way. Good pressure from Jorg. Oh, York gets lit up. That may be the first hit we've seen the Hitmen put on all day, and it was a good one. York pops right back up. Jorg has it along the boards. Jorg goes for Frazier. Frazier gets pickpocketed, turns it over. It's a 2-on-none. Jed with a chance. They go back the other way. That's a beautiful textbook goal. Absolutely nothing Jed could do there. They played patty cake. Tick, tack, toe, tick.
Yep.
They put an extra one in there just for good measure, and then it was just a tap in once they got him to bite. Unselfish, and honestly, either one of them could have probably tucked that in.
Yeah.
That's just a really rough turnover for Rampage, and it's 4-0. Goal comes at 11:23 remaining. Second period. Marsh inside the circle. Nice move by Marsh. Shot, bar down, goal. Blaine Marsh with a beautiful bar down goal. Weaved his way through the circle and gets one back like that, and it's 4-1 Hitmen. Boy, that's a beauty.
We need 3 more to get it even.
We do. Plenty of time. Goal comes at 11:11 remaining, second period. Not sure if they're doing an ice clean here or not. We'll find out shortly. Puck back behind the Rampage net. Settled by Jed, then backhanded. Marshy wants to come in and chip. Instead, he tries to lay his man out. Loose puck now. That's Helen. Helen throws it forward. That one chips out. They're going to... Green ties his man up on the boards. Nice play by Cody. Now the Hitmen. Back across center ice. Shot. Through traffic. Glove. Loose. Then covered by Jed. A little swipe from New Jersey. Dealt with quickly by Sanborn. Sanborn said, "Get that shish kebab out of here." 10:31 remaining. 4-1 Hitmen. Face off in the Rampage zone. Jed's left. Shrugs, wins it. Wins it across. Now picked up in the neutral zone. It's Kopecky. Kopecky tries to skate it through. He can't. Turns and chips it off the board. Obo has a chance. Now it's chipped off. This should be icing, and it will be. It was close. It was possibly going to hit the goaltender, and it was also possibly waved it because we were tracking that pretty quickly. But it was the right call. There was no way to catch up to it. So let's take the puck 200 feet the other way to our right. Did you hear that, Ethan?
I'm going to replug the adapter and see if that works.
Inside the zone now. Hitman. Great pass, but it goes behind the Hitman skater. Now he pulls up in the circle. Good skating there. Throws it across the middle. Loose puck. Shot. Bounced out in front. Collected by twos. Now back to the neutral zone. Hitmen need to regroup. They hold the puck at center ice, and they do. Little toe drag there. Doesn't go anywhere. Picked off. Now a wheel chance. Here comes Soper. Nice move by Soper. Inside the zone. Soper. Tried to be one man too many there. Maybe should have backhanded that across. Now the Hitmen. One-on-one. Twos. Stays back. Hitmen bring it in. That puck started to roll. Now he throws it out in front. Nobody there. He's going to need to regroup. If they throw this, it's definitely intentional. They don't. Hitmen regroup barely. Now a loose puck. Chipped out by Rampage. Carter has it. Along the boards right in front of us. Taken away by the Hitmen. Kopecky comes in. Good play by Kopecky. And then Kopecky gets knocked down from behind. Nothing really nefarious there. Blue line shot. Loose puck. Oh, they went for the backhand. That was Casa. Casa tried to backhand it, but he didn't get much on it, and it went wide of the net. Net was open. Shot saved by Jet. Loose puck. Trailer almost buried that one. Now out to the point. Walked in. Thrown towards the net. Never makes it on net. Oh, they just got full control right now. Good stick lift there from Rampage. Shooter was winding up. Back behind Jet it goes. Now back top of the circle. Nice pass. Loose puck. Picked up by George. George behind the net. Was trying to get it out. It's chipped up but held in by the Hitman. Now into the corner. Cole wants a wheel. He gets it, but the puck goes underneath the stick of Spencer. And it's icing on Rampage. At 7:57 remaining, second period. Rampage trailing 4-1. Icing against Rampage goes back to Jed's right. Frantic. First half of the second period. Face off back behind Jed. Picked up by the Hitmen. Hitmen skated behind the circle. Try to get it back up to the blue line, but good pressure from Rampage. Now George. George throws it off the boards. Hitmen have it out in front. I don't know if Jed got a piece of that or not. It was blocked for side. Either way, didn't go in. Shot gloved by Jed through traffic. That shot was wide of the net, but Jed tracked it well. And we have another stoppage. So it looks like there won't be an ice cleaning. We're halfway through the... It may be, we'll find out. It may be at the end of this period, or there may not be an ice cleaning at all. Puck back up to the blue line, held in by the Hitmen. Inside the circle now. Shot! Hard shot that kid has. Goes wide of Jed. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Here comes Green. Green throws it across. Oh man, he tried to sauce it over to Marsh. Marsh didn't get a lot on it, but that was a tough one to catch. George back at the blue line. Holds it in. Hitmen trying to get it out. They throw it up. Sauce. Oh, what a pass. Beautiful. Just a gorgeous sauce that somehow the Hitmen skater caught that. It's incredible. Onside Marsh. Inside the circle. Shot. Good hard snapper there from Marsh. Gloved by the Hitmen goaltender. He's tracking the puck well as well. Marsh took that in between the circles and let it rip. Face-off stays inside the Jersey zone to the left of their goaltender. Schroed's in to take the face-off. He's got Tews behind him and McCarter. Loose puck, held in, thrown toward the net by Soper. More of a pass than a shot. Gets paddled wide into the corner. Picked up by Soper. Soper tries to backhand it, now tries to throw it up. Got to be careful there. That's the turnover. And Rampage is going to be offside by about 30 feet. And that's another one we talked about earlier. That's another one where you know your man's offsides, and you could have called it the other way. So at least they're keeping it even. Oh yeah, Owen McCarter is coming off. McCarter leaves the rink for a minute. I know he was sick all week. So hoping it's nothing too serious. I didn't see him get hit or anything. If anything, he was doing the hitting. Back through the neutral zone. Now two skaters go down. Soper gets all over it. Tried to hold it in, but couldn't. Rampage tags up. Puck to the right of the Hitman goaltender. Nice pass, read well, but now it bounces off the stick of Tews and right to one of the Hitmen. Luckily, Tews got back. Great recovery by Tews there. That could have been trouble. 6 minutes left. Second period, Rampage trailing 4-1. Now to the neutral zone. Here comes Soper. Soper with the man to beat. Soper goes through the middle. Oh, what a play. Great defense by New Jersey. Loose puck. Tipped. Changed direction. Grimberg let it rip. Another good save by the Jersey goaltender. Schroeder in the corner. Now Tews has it go under his stick and back to the neutral zone. Probably should have caught that one. Puck chipped off for York. York paddles it back towards the Hitman zone. Great pressure from Walnut. And now dumped deep. Jersey wants a change. It's a full change for New Jersey. Schroeder comes off and York come off for Rampage. Now Spencer. Spencer comes in deep. Takes it behind the net. Pulls up. Goal below the circle. Man, if Casa had his stick on the ice. That puck went right in front of the crease. Casa's stick wasn't down. And now we've got an icing against the Hitmen. And we'll take it back 200 feet into the New Jersey zone. We'll be keeping an eye to see if McCarter comes back. Oh, he is back. Okay. Must have been an equipment issue, maybe. Okay, Obo stays out. Face-off won by the Hitmen. But taken away by Spencer for a minute. Now Spencer with a reverse check. Takes his man down. Good job by Spencer. Out in front, paddled away by the Jersey goaltender. Behind the net, Spencer. Now collected and skated out of the zone by New Jersey. Good pass across the blue line. Here they come. Nice back check from McCarter. Chipped out. Good read there. I believe that was Kopecki. Or was that Casa? It was Casa. Casa with a good read there. Poked the stick in the middle of that pass and chipped it out. I saw what Spencer was trying to do there. He was looking to throw that ahead to Obo. never made it. Hitman back into the zone, top of the circle shot. Goes way wide of the net. It may have been blocked. Now Kopecky. Kopecky loses it. He's about to skate it out of the zone. Now he collects it over center ice. Kopecky, long shot from inside the red line, catches one of the Hitmen in the back. Now it's a chance for New Jersey. Here they come. Obo tries to catch him. Backhand. And we got a penalty coming. It's going to go against Obo. I believe a hook. And it will be. Obo had to do something there because that guy made a nice move, and Jed had already bought. So the third power play for the Hitmen comes at 3:39 remaining, second period. This is going to be a moment where Rampage is really going to have to dig in because they can't give up another goal right here. I mean, they can. Why? They're going to take this out to center ice. Interesting. Oh, they're going to give him a penalty shot. That's why. I didn't see him make the symbol. This is the penalty symbol. So it's a penalty shot for number 14 from New Jersey. Cole wants an explanation. Jed is ready. Official check with him. Penalty shot comes at 3:39. You can hear a pin drop in here. Goes wide. Gets Jed to bite. And there's your goal. 5-1, Jersey. Nice move there. Took it wide to his backhand, then dinked it in. So the definition of a penalty shot is you have to be over the blue line with a legitimate scoring chance and nobody between you and the goaltender. And that's really what we had with the infraction coming from behind. I just didn't see him make the call. Rampage will win the face-off. Jorg goes across the blue line, picked up by Green. Green top of the circle in front for Marsh. Tried a one-timer, didn't get a lot on it. Now Marsh does a great job getting down the ice. Taking on his man after he lost the puck. Into the corner it goes. Down in front of us. Now skated top of the circle. Shot. Goes wide, doesn't make it to the net. Now loose puck. Here comes a chance for Cody Green. Green inside the blue line. Green with his body. Gets rubbed off. Now we get a hit in front of the net and some pushing and shoving. Marsh has had enough. Now another New Jersey comes in. And this is why they're called the Hitman. We could call them both that. So let's see what the call is going to be, if we're going to go with a penalty shot here or not. Obviously, the Colorado fans want it. I think they're going to take him to the box. They're certainly going to take, yeah, okay, they're going to take Green too. Interesting. Green was the one who was penalized on the call.
I think it was a retaliation afterward. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Yeah, but it's a 2-foul-to-1 ratio. So it looks like they're going to go coincidental minors for roughing. Okay, they're going to take 2 from New Jersey, it looks like. Which seems right, because it was definitely a retaliatory shot. So we're going to do a 5-on-4 here, I believe. It'll be the first time today that Rampage has been on a power play. They put 130 up there, which they've been giving 2-minute penalties up until now, so let's see if they fix that. We will. It'll be a 5-on-4. So we got coincidental minors for roughing and then a second roughing penalty. And they have a minute 30 up there, but it should be 2-minute power play for Rampage. Marsh wants off. Don't know if he broke his stick or what. We're back up to the blue line. Jorg has it. Jorg down into the corner for Soper. Soper chips it back for Kopecky. Kopecky behind the net goes up to the blue line. Now across to Jorg. Jorg holds it in. Goes back. Got to be careful there. Here comes Helen across. Oh, it was open. And it's in. It's in. I thought he missed the opportunity because the net was wide open and he couldn't get a good shot off. And it's a power play goal for Colorado. Soper from Helen comes at 2:29 remaining. Second period. And it's back to a 3-goal differential. 5-2 Hitmen.
He actually scored on a couple Power plays in the last.
We have, and that one, the play was perfect. He got it across here to the corner, to the circle, and it was open, but he didn't get the shot off fast enough, which made me think we missed the opportunity, but it actually ended up deflecting off and going in. So we'll still play 5-on-5 now, with the two guys still in the box for the coincidental minors. They'll sit for 2 minutes plus next stoppage, so that could be as long as 4 or 5 minutes sometimes. Face off in the neutral zone. It'll be outside Colorado. Won by Rampage. Now picked up at the blue line and dumped deep behind Jed. Jorg has it. Jorg in the corner. Chips it off the boards. Picked up by the Hitmen. Now it's loose. They're trying to get it out here. They skated across. That's a dangerous pass. Don't like seeing that one. Right in center ice. Now it's chipped out. Carter tried to do a snap pass across the middle for Schroeds. Didn't get any of it, and it was picked off by the Hitmen and dumped back into the Rampage zone. Under 2 minutes left, second period. They still have the penalty up there. That's a shot and a goal. That's a beautiful play by New Jersey. They took it from one circle to Jed's right, across to the other one, and that was a beautiful play. A snapshot buries it over Jed's glove. Comes at 142. It's 6-2 Hitman. Just like that. Seems like every time we take a step back, we take two backwards. Schroeder tried to go over the boards, and gotta watch those boards on that side. They are slippery. So is the ice. Dad's over there saying we don't need any commentary on that, but goes off Jed's blocker. 1:29 left. Puck into the corner. Collected there by the Hitman. Sanborn in to help out. Spencer holds the top of the circle. There's a shot. Goes wide. It's deflected off the defender and fired back around behind Jed by York. Good fight for it behind the net. Now it comes out as a side, out in front. Loose puck. Loose shot. Saved by Jed. He doesn't know where it is. Now he finds it. Held in by Jersey. Good back check there by York. Prevented a shot from inside the blue line. Now collected by Rampage. They're going to get it out. Spencer's got a chance here. He picks it up. Spencer onside. Spencer, top of the circle. Spencer, turn shot. Good save. Goaltender didn't know where it was. It went 5-hole, but he got enough coverage on it to shut it down. And after maybe a moment where he lost his breath, he found that puck. We don't know.
I don't know. It might say.
Yeah, they said halfway through the second.
Is it still?
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm going to try the other mic. Loose puck behind the Jersey net. Try to stretch pass into the neutral zone. It's a race. Oh man, that puck just tipped in front of Jed, in front of the crease. We're going to try switching mics here. See if it gets any better. Kopecky brings it in. Nice job by Jersey taking away his skating lane. Oh, great pass through the middle for New Jersey. It's a 1-on-2. 1-on-2s. Shot saved by Jed. Good position. Came right at the end of the second period. It would have counted if it went in. Fortunately for Rampage, it didn't. Now we've got another fight. Cole doesn't like it. Might have been twos in on that one. You don't see twos ready to throw down very often this year. Not this year, I haven't. I know you guys said last year it happened a lot, but this year, I don't think he's had a 10-on-2s.
Yeah, let us know if the sound is back on.
All right, so end of the second period, 6-2. Rampage has had their chances. They've closed it within 3 a couple of times, only to have it go back to 4. And we'll play one more 16-minute period here. Game still in reach. There have been some good looks. Just some real undefensive breakdowns have caused some real, 2-on-0s and 2-on-1s and things that have not been helpful. We'll switch sides here. Coach Cole Got the troops gathered. We'll see if we can't post a photo or two of the lamplighter for everybody at home on Crossbar later. It's quite the gem. In fact,
That it's crackling.
we're gonna go back tomorrow.
It's still at the moment. I mean, just as recently as a couple seconds ago.
I can pull it back. That phone call screwed things up there. Let's try this.
See if they can hear it when you're not using the.
Let's try that. Without
Rubbing on the jack. Let's try that. Ask her if it sounds better now. Face off back to center ice. 16 minutes off. 2. Schroed's in to take the face off. Soper on the left wing. McCarter on the right. He's got Frazier behind him and Jorg. That's not York, that's Jorg. Adam, I saw ya. Go Giants.
no sound now. We did plug the adapter back in. There's a delay from the streams. I don't know.
All right. They've got a penalty up there. It's so weird. They were doing 2-minute penalties before. Now they're putting 1:30 up there. So it is a 5-on-4 for Rampage. Second power play of the day for Colorado. Puck chips up into the netting in the neutral zone. We'll go back to center ice.
Sound. Can they hear the sound now?
Face-off will stay outside the Rampage zone. At center ice, they're going to take it now. Everybody lined up like it was going to be on the dot over the blue line, but
Right.
ref says no, we'll take it center ice. Puck drop, won by Rampage. Collected by Frazier. Frazier off the boards, not for Schroeder. Now Soper. Soper, in through the point. Tried to dangle the guy and lost it. Held in there by Jorg. Jorg throws it toward the net. That one was a changeup, kind of a funky off the right pad of the goaltender. Out in front, trying to hit Schroeds. Picked up by Jorg. Nice play by Coop. And here come the Hitmen the other way. It's a 2-on-2. Nice move. Inside the circles, paddled away by Jed.
If it's not working now, I'll just pull the adapter out and you can speak into the phone.
She said that it's the screen, not the mic.
I don't know. It was fine. I think until Ethan called me. And it also, I think kept saying audio is now being used by a different app. And it's been crappy since then.
All right, referees will take the face-off outside the zone. Still 38 seconds left. It looks like what happened was the refs didn't know the rules to start, and they were putting 2-minute penalties up. Since it's a sub-17-minute period, the penalty should have been a minute 30 all game. Jersey across the middle. Oh, baby, that was open for a second. Didn't pull the trigger. No shot. Now pass back out into the middle. A dangerous pass, trying to clear it by Rampage. Down below the circle, into the corner. Pressure from Casa. Good battle. Now 2 guys go down. Stick hits the glass. You can hear it way up here. Out in front. A shot. What a goal. Beautiful pass in front of the crease. And a backhand flick goes over Jed's glove side. And as I said last week, it was like laundry done in the 80s, hung out to dry. Poor Jed. Goal comes at 14:31, third period, 7-2 now, New Jersey. Rampage picks it up inside the zone.
Yeah, she said it's
Rifled around by Jersey. Jump cycling it, dump deep over the red line, no icing. Down behind Jed, picked up by 2s. Now collected by Schroed. Schroed with a long stretch pass. Oh, almost, but it was offside. Oh, was it Liam?
I'm going to take this out.
Okay.
Stand switching with me.
We're going to try going off the phone and see if that works better. Face off outside the Hitman zone. Helen takes it, wins it for a second, can't hold it in. It danced off the stick. Now Kopecky goes back to 2s. Twos back to Helen. Helen back to Kopecky. Kopecky catches it. Kopecky tries to make the move. Kopecky gets through. Kopecky couldn't get the backhand shot off, and then tried to center it in front of the crease. And it was blocked there by one of the Jersey Hitmen. Now Helen again. Helen through the neutral zone. Helen's got to get there first. Up. Goes high up off the glass and out of the ring. And there's a fan for a souvenir to take home. If she'd like that autographed by any of the Rampage players, the locker room is 3A. Schroeder takes the face off, wins it back, draws it to Frazier. Frazier up along the boards to Soper. Back to Frazier, into the neutral zone. Now Schroeder. Schroeder gets over the red line, dumps it deep, no icing, chased down by McCarter. Oh, big McCarter uses his body to box out. Good job. Thrown back up to the blue line. Jordan has it. Back down below the circle, but Soper wasn't looking for it. And behind the net it goes. Now New Jersey picks it up. Softly along the boards. Can Frazier get there? He does. Frazier turns, throws it into the corner. McCarter tries to send it back up to the blue line. Now it gets by Frazier. Here's a chance for New Jersey. Cooper comes across. Shot! He went for that upper corner over the glove and didn't miss it by much. It goes off the glass. Then back behind Jed, below the circle. Outlet pass here, picked up by Soper. Soper's got a man to beat. He beats one, and then a good defensive recovery by New Jersey. And they take the puck back. Now loose in the neutral zone. New Jersey throws it on net from the red line. They want to change. Jed will play it. Nice pause on the whistle there from the official. Now Walnut had to hold up there for a second while York got back on side. Now in front for New Jersey. Nice skating there by the Hitmen. Back behind, they thought about a wraparound, but don't. Good change of direction here for Rampage. Cooper tries to chip it out, he does. Collected by the Hitmen. Good pressure from Paulie Walnut. Hey, Paulie, forget about it. Back into the corner it goes, down behind the Rampage net. Sanborn has it, chips it behind. Held in, now Coop's got it. Cooper in the corner. Takes it back the other way. Picked up by Casa. Casa skates it out. Over center ice. Casa has got two to beat. Long shot, but the offsides anyway.
I think we're going to try and jump off and jump on real quick, see if it fixes the audio.
Yeah, because he said that even when we got on this, it was still lost.
Be back. I think so. We'll find out in a moment.
Let's find out what we got here. If we got any audio back, it's been a battle, and it's strange, like we were just talking. The Wi-Fi is actually pretty strong in this building, for as old as it is. Rampage can't hold it in. He goes back into the neutral zone. Now picked apart by the Hitmen. It's a 1-on-2. It's a 1-on-2 twos. It's a 1-on-2s. And twos does a good defensive job, and Jet will cover that puck. We got a face-off in the zone.
It says it's still live. It says,
To the left of Jet. Puck drops. Goes in front of Jet. Loose puck. Rampage can't get it out. Shot tipped in front, poked away by Jed. Loose puck, he didn't see it. Now another loose puck. Jed pokes it out of the way. Now back behind him it goes. Collected by Helen. Helen skates it. Can't get it out of the zone. It's picked off and read well there by the Hitmen. Then Helen makes him pay. Now Grimberg almost tripped up there, but not. Held in by Marsh. Top of the circle. Marsh gets buried along the boards. Twos holds the blue line. 10-17 left. Puck back into the neutral. Collected by Grimberg. Grimberg up to Helen. Nice move by Helen. Brings it onside. Helen inside the circle. Tries to get through it. He can't. Good defensive play by New Jersey. They take it back away. It's picked up by Green and backhanded deep behind the Hitman net. Now fight for it in the corner. Bodies flying. Back behind. Out in front. Kopecky had it right at the point. Couldn't hold it. Got to regroup. Kopecky and twos. Back inside the zone. Kopecky tries to skate it out, chips it up along the boards. Now Schroeds wins it. Schroeds inside the circle. Schroeds can't get a shot up. Now loose puck. Good job by the referee holding the whistle. Hitmen bring it out of their own zone. Center ice. Now chip forward, fortunately, under the stick of number 14. Or he was off to the races. Actually listening. Kopecky in front of the net. Soper in front of the net. Soper covers his net. Loose puck out in front. Now here comes Rampage. Chipped back out the other way. Green hit from behind. No call. Green went down. He had the puck. Schroeder over the blue line. Schroeder, same spot. Schroeder goes down hard. And it's a broken stick. There goes $300 out the window. Plus that bad boy's under warranty. Puck tied up in the corner behind the Hitman net. Now picked up by Rampage in the circle. Goal! Soper comes off the corner with it and snipes it. And Rampage brings it back within 4. 7-3. Goal comes at 8:42 remaining in the third period.
Hey, this is testing.
What a snipe by Soper there.
I don't know how much effect
Waited for that puck to pop out of the corner and then let it rip. I don't think the goaltender ever saw it. By the time he reacted, it was in the back of the net. So goal comes at 8:42 remaining, second period. Face off, won by the Hitmen. Here they come the other way, onside.
Baby.
Long shot, blocked and held by Jed. Stoppage comes at 8:35. Rampage trailing 7-3. Back to a 4-goal deficit. Hitmen win another face-off. Behind the net it goes. Now picked up by the Hitmen. Plowed into the boards there. That was Cooper. Now collected in center ice. Hitmen onside again. Barely tagged up, but they did.
They grabbed the keys from that.
Now the Hitmen skate it, dance it down behind their own net. Good pressure from Rampage, trying to hold the puck in. 8 minutes left, trailing 7-3. Behind the Hitmen net, out in front, top of the circle. Sanborn lets it rip, doesn't get a lot on it, hits a defender, and never makes it to the net. Now a chance for the Hitmen to break it out, they do. Here they come on sides, it's a 2-on-2. Nice back pass. Little trailer there, but the Hitmen never got a shot off. Now loose in front. Coop has it behind. Kept in at the blue line. Now dance through the circles. Oh, Spencer was so close to pickpocketing it, taking it the other way. Great pass by Cooper. Cooper goes up to York. York gets through. Circle goes across. What a play by York. That was beautiful. Now a battle in front between York and a couple of the Hitmen. Crichton looking like a pinball, bouncing off Hitmen. Great play by Crichton there. Threw it across the crease, and they just couldn't get the tap in, but the right idea. Inside the Hitmen zone we go. Helen takes the face off. Hitmen come out with it. Now a little bit of stretch pass through the neutral zone. Collected behind Jed. Out in front, loose puck. Shot. Jed has no chance on that one, goes over his glove. And as quickly as we answer, we skip. Now Twos in front of his own net. Backhands it forward for Green. Green tried to chip it out, didn't get enough on it, held in by the Hitmen. Tied up along the boards. They're happy to tie this up whenever they can. With a 5-goal lead, excuse me. Pass out of the zone. Hitmen regroup back on side. Now intercepted by Green. Had a chance there, but it danced off of his backhand, and he couldn't settle it. Now the Hitmen want to change. They bring it in. Shot. Good save by Jed. Had to lunge with his left pad. Now stretch pass. Trying to hit Green there. Went off the Green stick again, and New Jersey will collect it. Ship it back into the neutral zone here. Kopecky thought about laying a hit, but a good shifty move by New Jersey. And then a nice defensive play by Schroeds. Schroeds taking away the skating lane. Back behind the net. Looking to set the pass up in front. Kopecky covers him. Now to Jed's right in the corner. Skated up top of the circle. Goes off of a Rampage defender, then whipped on by one of the Hitmen. Good fight for it in the corner. Loose puck. Bounces back behind Jed. Now rifled hard, but hits one of the Hitmen and stays in the zone. Rampage having all kinds of trouble clearing this out. Now they will. Green had it. He was trying to throw that forward from Marsh, but there were too many defenders in the way, and it never made it. Long shot from outside the blue line. On net, Jed gloves it, bats it aside. Here comes Kopecky. Kopecky at the blue line. He's got Soper with him. Kopecky lets it rip, and it goes wide of the net. Soper was following in case there was a tap-in. 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Rampage trailing by 5. And now a turnover. Really selfless passing from New Jersey here. Had an open chance. Good pass. And now McCarter. McCarter pulls up. Takes it top of the circle, then backhands it into the corner. Through the neutral zone. Cooper has it. Cooper in his own zone. Cooper decides to skate it out. Now tries to pass it. Throws it right off the skate of one of the Hitmen. Into neutral ice. Shipped back into the Hitman zone. Chased down by McCarter. Now Sanborn backhands it. McCarter comes in, helps out Sanborn. Now back to Coop. Coop has it, settles it, throws it across. Trying to hit Casagrande. Instead it goes back to one of the Hitmen who takes it behind his own net. Now McCarter. Inside the zone. Hitmen get it out into the neutral zone. Now they're going to turn it over. Cooper has it. Chips it across for Soper. Soper watches as the puck went off of one of the Rampage guys trying to get off the ice. I think it hit him in the back of the leg as he was climbing off, and that keeps the puck from going into the zone until now. Back behind Jed. Centering pass. Nobody home. Puck goes wide, held in at the blue line. All blue along the boards, light blue and dark blue. Just a really good battle from the Hitmen, keeping that puck in the zone. Now it pops out. Chased down by Walnut. Chased down by Spencer. It's in the zone, and we got offside anyway. So Walnut and Spencer coming in trying to get that puck onside. One of them jumped off at 2:43 remaining, third period. Rampage trailing 8-3. Rampage never led in the game. Initially a 3-0 lead. Got as close as 3 goals at one point. Held in by the Hitmen. Shot goes off of Jed. That had a low angle percentage. Jed had that well covered. Goes through the crease again to Jed's left. Held in at the blue line. Long shot. Hits one of the Hitmen right in the gullet. He's holding that belly. Same guy back behind the net, tries a wrap. Jed's there. I don't think he knows where the puck is. Now he does, and the official will blow the whistle. 2:03 remaining, 8-3 Hitmen. The Hitmen just keep on coming. Face off inside the Rampage zone. We'll go to Jed's right. Helen's in to take it. He's going to have Kopecky on the right. He's got Green on the left, won by the Hitmen. Back to the blue line, then dump deep. Chase down into the corner. Kopecky holds the front. Now Green. Green throws it across. I believe that's Marsh. It is. Marsh tries to get it through. Can't. Back into the neutral zone. Picked up by New Jersey. Here they come. He's got a wide open chance. Shot. Save. Loose puck. Oh, and it goes in, and I thought Jed got there. Boy. Really hung out there again. There was a little indecision as they were heading towards the net. The Hitman player had the puck, and I could see Liam trying to figure out which way to go. Does he take the man or the pass? And he ultimately decided to take the pass. And then the shooter sent it over there anyway, and he buried it. So that goal comes at 1:38 remaining in the third. It's now 9-3 Hitmen. Hitmen win it, bring it right back into the Rampage zone, hold it at the blue line. Helen finally chips it out. He's got Marsh helping him, but here the Hitmen come again, back on sides. Snapshot, paddle aside by Jed into the corner. Held in by the Hitmen. Shot through traffic. Outside the circle, back into the corner. Now a chance to get it out, but it turns back over to the Hitmen. 1 minute remaining in the third period. Puck chipped off the stick of Jed up into the netting behind him to his left. And we'll have a stoppage at 59.4 seconds remaining in the old hockey contest. Face off to Jed's left. Schroed's in to take it. Schroed's won it back for a second. Puck shot goes over Jed's glove hand, hits the post, and stays out. Now chipped off the boards, but that's not going to get out. Jersey looking for more. Out in front, loose puck. Shot on the rebound, covered by Jed. Now Jed's had enough. Jed did not like that late jab. And I'll tell you what, he may be small in stature, but he's one feisty MF. Face-off comes outside the Rampage zone. Good to see Jed sticking up for himself on that late jab to the mitt. Puck drop, won by Rampage. Drawn back to Coop. Coop throws it up through the middle, goes under two sticks. Good pass, tough catch on the backhand. Now a loose puck shot, goes off the crossbar and stays out. Jed's gonna glove that. Call that one a Willie Mays pop fly into the glove. And probably our final stoppage of the game, hopefully at 23.7 seconds remaining in the third. Rampage trailing 9-3 here in East Pittsburgh. Puck bounces behind Jed. Now up along the boards. Schroeds chips it out. McCarter has it. McCarter tried to throw it across the Soper. Now McCarter. Now back to Sanborn. Sanborn goes wide. 5 seconds left. Sanborn shot. Glove. And I was wrong. We'll have another stoppage. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you very much. I was right. All right, that'll do it here. We will wrap that up. Final score from East Pittsburgh. Jersey Hitman 9. Colorado Rampage 3. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great evening. So what was going on with the audio? I have no idea.
Just that it was like scratching in and out. Yeah. Ashley said you could hear that it was like a constant crack. Like, so she could hear that you were talking, but she could hear like very well what you were saying.
It's weird because I was getting texts from other people that were like, they definitely knew what I was saying because they were reacting to it.
Oh, weird.
But then she said she could hear me and Brian talking.
Switch
So I
mics.
thought that's when we switched mics, thinking that maybe the mic that you had was bad.
Did it work? Because that's what I did. I switched it too, remember?
Yeah, we were trying to switch out.
And then we went off to this.
Yeah, and I was unclear whether that was helping or not. I'm still blaming my son for calling me.
Because I mean, even if we don't have the